Welcome to day 36 of the Seeker's Guide to Soul Contact. We're covering quite a bit of material here to take you closer to the spirit and soul. We'll cover 365 lessons. The theme for today is I will find my blind spot. Now, we all have a blind spot related to our physical eyes. Fortunately, our mind compensates for this, and we're not aware of it in normal living. It's pretty easy to detect, though. Let me show you a graphic on this. Take a look at this. You have a big plus sign and a big dot. Cover your left eye like so, and move forward and backward until the dot disappears. You can just hold it there for a minute, like it's right here for me, and the dot's gone. Move back here, and the dot is there again. This is because everyone has a blind spot in their vision, but the eyes compensate for it, so you're not aware of it in normal living. So it's kind of odd how that turns out there. The law of correspondences holds true with the blind spot, as it is duplicated in our feeling nature as well as our mental selves. We just finished talking about the victim mentality. Many such people have a blind spot about playing the victim. An alcoholic is another example of one who has a blind spot. The emotions are always involved in this, and sometimes the mind itself. Many alcoholics who are in big trouble will just not admit they have a problem. Oftentimes, the only way they become convinced is when all their family and friends gang up on him and relate one by one the same observation. Now, the guy indeed has an alcoholic problem, and it's ruining his relationships, but it's hard for him to see. Even this ganging up on him doesn't always work, but it does at times. When successful, the alcoholic finally faces the fact that so many voices are saying the same thing, and they can't be entirely wrong. Like the alcoholic, we often resist with great effort any outside attempts to reveal our blind spot. Outside of our blind spot, we may be geniuses, but within it, we may appear to be blathering idiots to those who see truly and take pity on us. Think of a friend or two you know well. They may be very competent and self-aware in almost everything, but if you think about it, you'll notice a blind spot, an area of their lives where awareness and intelligence seems to be lacking. This is easy to see in other people, you know well, but it's difficult to see in yourself. The blind spot is important to find because it often causes enough deception in your life to hinder soul contact. Once it is found, you can then just factor in this natural weakness and compensate for it with your strengths. Perhaps you've already done this, and perhaps not. The assignment today is to discover your blind spot. Reflect upon your life where people complain about mistakes or problems you made that did not seem like mistakes to you. Sometimes a reflection is not enough, and you will need the help of others. Again, find a friend and explain that you are looking for your blind spot, and ask him or her if he sees one in you. Repeat this with several people if possible. Once you have discovered your blind spot, then contemplate as to what you can do to compensate for it. If you just become aware of it, that will be a big advantage for you in moving forward. End with this affirmation. I will shed light on my blind spot that I may clearly see.